Welcome to my channel, Rainbow Love. I met my gay boyfriend, because of our wrestling past. Story of how I met my boyfriend. So I'm posting this because it accomplishes several things. Firstly, it's a good way for me to recap the recent, intense changes in my life. Secondly, it shows that there is always hope that you can find that special someone in your own life. So to start out, my boyfriend and I met through our shared involvement in sport. We were both wrestlers who went to all the same clubs and extracurricular practices going on in our area. It wasn't until I joined the Facebook group for local guys where we realized that we sorta knew one another. Being that I am now the coach for my local middle school team, I realized an upcoming match was against his former middle school and told him to go watch me make a fool out of myself, screaming my head off at my kids. He comes to the match and immediately knows everyone there from the opposing team, which for some reason intimidated me but made me feel very attracted to him immediately. He immediately came off as the life of the party, as people would periodically make their way over to him to talk and have a laugh. To say the least, I was very impressed. A quick aside, I get really into coaching. There have even been times where the refs have had to tell me go back to my corner because unknowingly, in my excitement, I've ended up on the mat yelling moves out to my kids, which is not allowed. Yelling. I remember telling myself to keep my head in the matches to not come off like I was trying too hard for him to notice me. This is our first time meeting in public. So after a few embarrassing moments coaching, the match finale ended and I walked over, scared out of my mind, and talked to him. He had a big smile as he introduced me to all the coaches on the opposing team. Of course he knew everyone and everyone knew him. This will be a recurring thing with us, haha. After a few minutes though, my kids were all jumping on me asking who I was talking to and how I knew him. I told him it was someone I made a bet with that we would win. We won. So after the match we decided to hang out and find something to do. So I thought it would be too generic to go out for a beer or go to a restaurant, so instead I invited him to wrestle at a local club, which he happily agreed to. In fact, he would later tell me it was the thing that sold him smile, but this was also the moment I knew I had found someone really special. The fact that we would get to beat each other up in a completely platonic fashion for some reason means a lot to me. I guess it has something to do with being brothers before anything sexual, and that really was a huge selling point. Anyway, after wiping his face with the mat, we showered up and went out for some brews and dinner, but by this point, we already felt like we've known each other for a long time, probably having something to do with growing up with very similar backgrounds and being around similar people our entire lives. I guess at the end of the day the thing I love most about him, besides about 100 million other things that drive me crazy, is that I feel like I've known him my entire life. In running the risk of sounding extremely corny, he is someone who is teaching me how to love, which is something I've lacked my entire life. I've never felt so sure about being with someone in my life, so for all of those who don't think he's out there, keep looking because he probably exists. Thank you for watching. Comment, what do you think about this situation? Don't forget to like and subscribe.